thought it would be appropriate to make another year in review video. I, for one, like to make these types of videos, as it is not only a way to reflect on the wider national and international events that have occurred in the year, but also as a way to reflect on my own personal events and how I have improved in the previous year. Early in the year, the United States announced that they were tracking 2 alleged Chinese spy balloons, one over the Yukon that drifted over to South Carolina, and the other over Colombia and Brazil. Both of these were shot down, and in the following days, many other alleged high-altitude objects were detected and shot down as well. In May of this year, the World Health Organization ended its classification of the COVID-19 pandemic as a global health emergency, but still refers to it as a pandemic. As of December 2023, the COVID-19 pandemic has infected more than 770 million people and has reportedly killed more than 30 million. Also in May, we saw the coronation of King Charles III and Queen Camilla after the passing of Queen Elizabeth in September 2022. It was the first coronation of the 21st century, and the 40th to take place at Westminster Abbey since the coronation of William the Conqueror in 1066. It was a smaller affair than Queen Elizabeth's coronation, and although being primarily a Christian event, it also included many different faiths, cultures, and areas, reflecting a more modern Commonwealth. The coronation was watched by an estimated 400 million people around the world, making it the most watched event of 2023. While exploring the wreck of the Titanic off the coast of Newfoundland on June 18th, the deep-sea submersible Titan lost communication with its mothership, the Polar Prince, and, after failing to resurface later that day, the authorities were alerted. So began the search for the missing submersible. After 4 days, a debris field was found 500 meters from the bow of the Titanic. It was also found that the submersible likely imploded when communication was lost. All 5 people on board died, including OceanGate's CEO, Stockton Rush. On October 7th, Hamas launched an attack on southern Israel from the Gaza Strip. This act led to an all-out war between Israel and Hamas. This escalation of war has been the most significant since the Yom Kippur War in 1973. As of writing this video, this is still an ongoing event, and I'm sure that this part of the video will be terribly out of date in a couple months' time. But as of the end of 2023, 500,000 Israelis have been internally displaced and more than 20,000 killed. As with every year, we lost some very important people. "2023 also had a lot of notable anniversaries. 5 years ago, the Me Too movement began. 10 years ago, Pope Francis was elected. There was the Boston Marathon bombings, and Disney's Frozen broke several box office records. 25 years ago, Bill Clinton was impeached. Google and the International Space Station were founded, and Titanic was the highest-grossing movie. 50 years ago saw the introduction of Roe v. Wade, the ceasefire in Vietnam, and the opening of the World Trade Center. 75 years ago, Israel was formed. Harry Truman defeats Thomas Dewey in the 1948 presidential elections, and Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated. 100 years ago, insulin became widely available. President Warren G. Harding dies of a heart attack, the end of the Ottoman Empire, and the Great Kanto earthquake struck. As with every year, there is always a lot of bad things that happen, but I always like to look at the wondrous field of technology as a way to look at the world more optimistically. Now more than ever, we are entering an exciting time for these new and emerging technologies. One of the most exciting technologies that came out of 2023 was the sudden and rapid emergence of artificial intelligence. In 2023 alone, several AI models have cropped up, such as OpenAI's ChatGPT-4, Google's Bard, or Twitter's Grok, with some of these models being multimodal, meaning that they can turn text into pictures, and in the very near future, video. In the realm of VR and AR, Meta released the Quest 3 and their new AR glasses, PlayStation released the PSVR 2, and many more things too numerous to mention. Looking ahead in the area of space travel in 2024, NASA plans to launch Artemis 2 no later than November of that year, followed by Artemis 3 in 2025, and there are even talks about Artemis missions 4 through 6, going all the way to the year 2031. As you can see, there are a lot of bad things happening in the world, but there are just as many new and exciting things to look forward to in the coming year. Thank you all for your continued support of the channel. Whether you merely watched this video or any video, and then went about your day, or have subscribed and have been patiently waiting for the next video, I am very thankful that you gave my videos a chance, and in 2024 I will strive to upload content that you find interesting. I hope that you all have a very happy new year.